The organization our team decided to work with was Rescued Helpers Incorporated. This organization is dedicated to nourishing and saving the lives of dogs that are in very poor health conditions. The organization gets a hold of these dogs by adopting them from animal shelters. After adopting the dogs, the organization takes them to their facility where they are treated and provided with the appropriate living conditions. Rescued Helpers is a large environment where dogs are further trained and can enjoy their time by playing with other dogs. The organization's facility demonstrates sustainable practices and show an understanding for sustainable consumption by strictly regulating how much the dog can eat and play. When we first visited the Rescued Helpers facility, we had the opportunity to walk the dogs, play with them, feed them, and groom them. When we first arrived, we were shocked to see how clean and well maintained this facility was. It was such a nice place for the dogs to be living at. Initially, we were skeptical as to what we would learn from the experience at the facility, and if it would have a lasting impact in our lives. Not only did the dogs make the experience enjoyable, but also the organization's conscience of the need to consume sustainably was very evident. If you gave up your dog for adoption, would you rather want it to live in a poorly managed environment or a place like Rescued Helpers? Furthermore, if you were to adopt a dog, would you rather adopt it from a place that is dirty and harming the environment, or a sustainable and clean facility like Rescued Helpers? Working with these dogs taught us so much about how animals need to be treated and cared for, while also understanding how sustainable consumption plays a big role in the facility's goals. The organization demonstrates their knowledge of sustainability through several different practices. The facility itself, the dog food, their toys, and the maintenance of the facility are all sustainable. The facility has individual rooms for each dog, which is where they sleep and are treated if they have an issue. The majority of the facility, including the individual rooms, is built with glass, so that electricity use is kept at a minimum. The glass structure allows the light to illuminate the entire area during the day, which allows the energy to be conserved and used at night if necessary. Such a structure also provides the dogs with a natural environment and avoid the feeling of being trapped. The organization also uses sustainable foods to feed the dogs. The food that is fed to them is organic, which demonstrates the organization's efforts to consume sustainably. Purchasing organic food promotes the sustainable production for such products. Another important resource for the dogs is water, which is also managed in a sustainable way. The water that the dogs are given is from a water well located on site. The water that accumulates in the well is due to runoff and rain, which is then filtered before given to the dogs. Having such a well prevents the organization from constantly buying water, which demands a lot from the limited water supply in Arizona. Furthermore, the toys that are provided to the dogs are all made of recycled material. The toys that are made out of compressed material that was extracted from the old toys that have been worn down or are no longer useful. By recycling their toys, the organization not only saves money, but they save the environment by decreasing the demand of resources. Another sustainable practice that is performed by the organization involves the maintenance of the facility. The facility has artificial grass yard, which is used for the dogs' recreational activities. Since the yard is artificial, the maintenance needed is very little. By installing such a yard, the organization doesn't have to waste water irrigating it. They don't have to constantly buy fertilizer and maintain it as well. If the yard does need cleaning, the job can easily be done with little amounts of water. Overall, the organization performs sustainable practices, which enables it to save money and save resources. If every organization made such an effort, the demand of goods and services would drastically decline, and we could bring the world back to its carrying capacity. Learning the impact we had on the dogs' lives made the volunteering much worthwhile. Experiences like these are so crucial in keeping volunteers interested and doing good work for the better of the community. The organization has slowly been gaining recognition, especially for the sustainable practices while helping dogs. This organization should serve as a model to others. With the constant demand for our consumption, our resources are being depleted. If everyone makes an effort, even if it's very minimal, it can help reduce the consumption and make the transition for sustainable lifestyles less challenging.